In today's episode, we'll be telling Uncle Hazel's folk tales. We will also be discussing our alien friends and announcing Independence Day. Hello everyone! After our previous vlog and releasing Eris on the open test server, we've got a lot of questions from players. So we asked our developers how and why this hull turned out the way that it did. Why did you decide to create a hovering hull? And why does it look the way it did on the test server?
The development of the Eris hull began almost 2 years ago when we were actively collecting feedback about controls in the mobile version of the game. The controls turned out to be quite complicated and we spent a lot of time simplifying them, but no matter what changes we made, the comments remained roughly the same.
Players expected that by moving the virtual control stick, the tank itself would move in the right direction. Our existing tanks are too complex when it comes to controls. That's why it's pretty difficult to make a hull automatically control itself. One unlucky turn, and your tank will end up stuck or flipped over.
Players suggested making buttons like on a keyboard, expecting that would make controls simple and familiar. But it worked even worse, because you simply couldn't comfortably and effectively control the tank with just 2 fingers. That's actually the common problem with the self-evident feedback, you know? So, a challenge, guys. Take these 2 fingers, right? Take a keyboard and try to steer your tank with 1 finger and turn your turret with another finger, just with these 2 fingers. Try to do it comfortably, right? And effectively. And after you fail, inevitably, I dare you try to do this stuff on a keyboard. And then try to make the same feedback again, that on a touch screen we can do the same. We cannot do the same. That's a good challenge.
Tanki Online's game engine is mainly focused on the physics of our hulls. We try to simulate not only the behavior of the tracks, but also the realistic response of the hull to shots, both from the user and other players. You are also able to tilt your tank forward or backwards to shoot up or down. The price of such features is the need to very accurately adjust the movement of the tank. This is a normal task for the keyboard, but very difficult for those playing on touchscreen. We had to make the hull able to correct its path automatically, while being controlled with 2 fingers. At the same time, it was very important to keep the handling and sensations of the existing hulls the same. Otherwise, it would no longer be Tanki Online.
That's why we started to develop a new hover chassis for our hulls. The flying hull almost instantly solved all the problems of mobile controls without breaking the basic physics of the game. Have to move over a rough surface? Not a problem. The hovering capabilities will make it simple to fly over small obstacles. Do you want to not flip over after an unsuccessful jump off a cliff? Not a problem. This hull has engines and can realistically level out during flight.
Do you need to move at the same speed in any direction? Not a problem. A hovering hull does not need to make any turns to move in any direction. With a hovering hull, you don't even have to separately control the rotation. It's enough to indicate with 1 finger the way you want to look, and with another determine the direction you want to move. It's perfect for mobile controls.
The mouse controls also easily allow you to utilize this hull on PC. Problem arises when you're trying to control it only with the keyboard.
We have tried to keep the hovering specificities for keyboard controls, notably the possibility to move your tank sideways. In order to do it, we had to weld its turret to the hull and make it so that you rotate the hull instead of the turret. As we mentioned before, you can use mouse controls to both move in a favored direction and also aim at your opponents.
However, we received some negative feedback from players who played with the new hull on a test server. You've suggested to us that the possibility of moving like usual and rotating your turret are more important to you than the moving in a new way. That's why we've changed the keyboard control mode so that you can control your new tank the same way as any other hull.
The keyboard buttons you usually use to rotate your hull will continue to only serve this purpose, and buttons which you use to rotate your turret will continue to rotate your turret. Strafing won't be available in keyboard control mode. In order to control areas like the other, more familiar hulls, using your keyboard, you need to disable mouse controls in the settings panel. You can still use the mouse to control the new hovering mechanics, but now you can choose which form of controls is easier for you. The adventures of the mysterious green people continue. The alien invasion started on July 1st. Of course, we have prepared in advance for the special meeting with our space friends, and we meet them with themed decorations and sales. Already today, we have 30% discounts on shop items. On Saturday, we will have 30% reductions in the prices of garage equipment. And on the final day of sales, Sunday, we have prepared 30% off the prices of upgrades and 50% off their speed-ups. If you have been looking to upgrade your arsenal, this is a great opportunity to do so. In addition to the sales and decorations, we have boosted battle funds, increased gold box rates, meteor showers, and ultra containers, featuring the new ultra skin for Hornet, waiting for you until Monday. As always, tankers and aliens will be able to buy a special bundle containing the following items: 5 containers, 300 of each supply, excluding gold boxes and batteries, and 100,000 crystals, all at a 75% discount. Wow, is it Black Friday already? We also have 6 special missions and 1 super mission to keep you occupied. And that's not all. In honor of the United States Independence Day, we have prepared another 4 special missions, and 1 super mission, and 3 special bundles. Let's start with the simplest one: Trickster Drone, 1000 speed boosts, and 200 batteries, all at a 25% discount. The second one includes the Saboteur Drone, 1000 mines, and 200 batteries at a 33% discount. And the coolest one, Hyperion Drone, 2000 of each supply except gold boxes, and 200 batteries. You can get all of this at a 55% discount. Don't forget about Ultra Containers. You can also get more cool items, and even a Hornet Ultra skin out of them. Welcome back to YouTube Digest, our weekly selection of best TO videos created by players. First, watch Alfie U as he shows us some secret rooms that still exist in Tanki. Will your parkour skills be pro enough to get to them? Secondly, watch AV Gamers as he shares with us some brand new and exciting moments with the new Ares hull from the test server. eSports news. The second group stage of the Setups tournament has just finished. As we told you a week ago, any clan was able to proceed to the playoff stage, and teams fought valiantly to the end. Finally, we had 3 of 4 playoffs participants: Eternity, Team Pointers, and Empire Army. The last slot was contested between Laws and Penguins, as both of them had the same number of points after the group stage. Their first match ended in a draw, but on the Forest map, in a bitter struggle, Penguins won with a 2-0 score. Thus, they are the 4th participant of the playoffs. The most important stage of the tournament remains. 4 clans, and only one of them will be the winner. Who will it be? We will find out soon. Will Penguins defend their title of the Setups Masters, or will we have new champions? Watch our live streams on the Tanki Online eSports channel. Root for your favorite team, and get cool prizes from giveaways. In parallel with the Setups tournament, we have Blitz Tournaments. One of them, in the medium format on the Red Alert map, has just finished. The winners are Alash Pride, Team Quarantine, Hello Kitty, Dutch, Guardians, and Outlaws. Congratulations to them, and good luck to all teams in the next Blitzes. Speaking of future Blitzes, a few have already been announced, including 2 of them in the hard format, on the Barda MM and Bobruisk maps. If you want to start your esports career, Blitz tournaments are the best way to do it. Create your team or join an existing one. Participate in tournaments, gain experience, and maybe your team will be in the next digest of esports news. That's all for this week. Don't miss the next episode with some interesting news, and see you next Friday. Bye! Last time, you had to guess which Viking plus railgun will destroy tanks with adrenaline augments faster. And the correct answer is A. Congratulations to the winners! And here's the new question.